Hey, my name is KP Mendoza. I'm 24 years old. I am a registered nurse in the surgical and transplant ICUs at Mount Sinai Hospital.
Hi, my name is Caroline. I work as a nurse anesthetist in a hospital in New Jersey.
My name is Belinda Ellis. I work in Elmhurst Hospital, and I'm a nurse practitioner in the emergency department.
Back in March and April, I think just through trying to transport myself back to that period it's hard because it almost seems like it was a dream in a way, because it came and went so quickly in the grand scheme of things, but the month and a half, 2 months was really torturous.
The feedback that I've gotten from a lot of my colleagues taking care of a large majority of the COVID positive patients has been very difficult to hear, and all in general very overwhelming. They don't even have time to process emotions because it's all volume, it's all the next.
So the whole emergency room became a COVID area. So it was like scary. Everybody was scared. Everybody was frightened. It's like going to the unknown. You don't know what's gonna happen to you, right? Because we're coming in, we don't know what we're dealing with. The patients are so scared. There were more patients than nurses.
Chaos does not even begin to describe what it felt like inside. And it's hard because, unlike, let's say, a war zone where you can throw a journalist in there or someone who's willing to go in, a lot of this happens behind closed doors. So a lot of it's difficult to paint a picture without a visual, but when I tell you that people were suffering in there, not just the patients, it really was suffering.
I had one coworker who I'm still kind of, grieving his loss. He was somebody that was an OR nurse. He was the kindest. He was like a second dad to everybody. Just so genuine, so sincere, such a hard worker. He unfortunately developed COVID and did not make it. It was devastating to the whole operating team. We still are not over it.
I still remember, and up to now, sometimes if I remember all those things about the patient, I cried every night. That was my outlet.
I think in the pandemic, it would have been easy to kind of just throw in the towel or to give up and being like, okay, well, what's the point in doing this? It's pointless. But I think that, for example, even the small things, like I would still wipe my patient's face, or I would still comb their hair, because that was like, this is someone's mom, someone's brother, and they already look half of who they were before they entered the hospital. I would want them to die with some dignity.
Having very supportive colleagues that listen to you and that kind of reassure you, even if it's the same thing over and over again, just that constant reassurance has been really vital. And the teamwork at my particular facility is extremely strong. It was strong even before.
When I see my patient and they're all scared, you can see just the eyes, they're very scared. At one point, nobody can come to them to just give them water, and you can give them water and they're very appreciative. I was telling my husband, it's worth it. My husband and my kids said, retire. You know what? I chose this job. God bless me.
I was still able to care for people the way I wanted to and as best as I could. It may not have been the way I wanted to pre-pandemic, but I know I gave everything of myself to people. And I think it was a reminder that even in times of stress, I will never try and do less. I will never falter, and I will always give 100% of myself.